I have to apologize. That was a really long intro screen. I realized I didn't have all the cables I needed, or at least that the way I have it set up today would not work without an extra cable, so I had to go grab that real fast. So I'm a little away from my computer. So I got mobile mics. They might sound weird. Let me know if they sound too weird. I could switch to one, but then it's only in one ear. I don't know. I could switch back to my normal mic, but you might hear it from a distance. I don't know if that's better. Yeah, so it might sound weird because I'm technically coming through two mics, but they're different audio channels. One of them's a lot louder than the other, apparently. And they're way more sensitive than my original mics. So this might actually suck. This might actually be the worst. Either way, though, we will trudge on. Since I'm a little bit from my computer, I went and grabbed an old cable that I used to have for my headphones that's way longer. But I remember I changed it out because it kind of sucks. So I lose audio in one of my ears sometimes. But we're just going to have to deal with that, the consequences of my actions. And I've got some generic music to listen to. Maybe. Hopefully that's not too loud. Just tell you what. It's a little loud for me. And this dying headphones going to drive me crazy. Okay. Either way, we deal with the consequences. Ugh. I do have chat up on some separate screens over here. So hopefully I don't get lost. I wish there was a way I could pop out just chat. But I don't think there is. Also, I don't know if the theme of this songs are gonna vibe, but we just deal with what we have, so. So, I guess I should point out, I'm not new to laser engraving, but this is a different type than I'm used to. I have a really cheap fire laser. And this thing was on sale for like crazy cheap. And so I wanted to see how good it was. And that's why we're here. Of course, crazy cheap. Look at the ship. They literally shipped this in a bag. Like, are we serious? Like, I know I didn't pay that much for it, but it's still an expensive piece of equipment, technically. Why are we shipping it in garbage bags? Okay. Quick start guide, which is whatever. Yep. I really would like, the instructions more. Try on the other side. I don't think this is going to take too long, hopefully. But I suppose we'll see. I am fairly well versed in all of this. I've never built a laser like this before, but it uses the same construction methods as 3D printers, which I've built a ton of. Well, I built a couple. How about that? But I've messed with a lot. Okay. These are all interesting. Steps 1 and 3. Okay, well, they're all labeled at least. These bigger bags aren't. I want to get this box out of the way first thing, really. Okay. And this is one of the most intriguing things, actually. Most of these laser cutters... Oh, is this way louder? Hopefully I'm loud enough. Most of these laser cutters don't come with dedicated control units for some reason. They're only able to be run off computer, which is like, what? How often are you doing unique single cuts? I feel like most people who have laser cutters are probably doing repeats or at least want it away from their computer. I mean, this stuff makes fumes like crazy, so I'd hope at least you're not doing it too close to your normal desk. Celta gel. Let's see. Fancy USB-B cable. Everyone loves another USB-B cable. Glasses that are hopefully of somewhat decent quality. Who knows, though? I've heard those things can be sus. What is this? Power supply? NEMA motor. Oh, this is the laser. Alright, alright. Hard to see through those tiny bags. This is the power supply. Standard looking, that's good. Cable. Brackets. This looks like the main laser carrying gantry. Oof. This rod's a little thin. Don't know how I feel about that. Is that... It's just glue or something, okay. Thought that was finish wear. It's got a measurement. Dude, it's like hot glue all over this. What the... That's... I don't want to think about that. Okay. Pull those off. I think the only thing left is hopefully 2. Oh, more than 2 is the rest of the assembly. Got 4 pieces. Square frame. Nothing else in there. Yeah. Sick. That means we can clear this. I can't wait to clean this all up later. Okay. So we got that. More measurements on that side. Pull out the instructions again. Should I probably actually... I need to read these myself probably. Let's see. Wait, what? Oh, are we okay, I see what they're saying. Okay, never mind. I don't have the, They, like, saran wrap these. Ah! I'm talking louder, like, the mic isn't following me. Even though it is, so sorry if I'm... I'm just not used to having a mic attached to my body. You can thank the VR stream for that. After seeing that my headset mic kept cutting out, I realized it might be a good idea to invest in some separate mics. What the... Dude. Where's my knife? Ah! Ignore that. What the heck? All right. I apparently misplaced my knife. So hopefully this piece of Picatinny rail is sharp enough. Let's see. Kind of. Almost. I mean, it's like almost ripping there. I like basically just scored it. Where are the... I have no idea where I put my knife, dude. How did I lose my knife? Oh, actually, you know, I'm stupid. I have another knife here. Ooh, I don't think it's sharp, though. Let's see. This knife is 100,000 years old, so it's actually more of an heirloom, so but it's fine. Will these just unravel? Oh, there we go. I probably got another knife in this drawer too, actually. I don't think we're going to need it for anything else, though. Hopefully, maybe. Hopefully my character is working well, too, because the mic sensitivity on these are crazy. Okay. This says it's for steps 1 and 3, so if I'm going to guess, these are my corner brackets. Yes. And we're doing both longs. Hold on here. See, these got little, or this one at least has a little screw in it. Maybe this is the other one? Way to distinguish it? But no, I need both the long ones, I think. Place the profiles on the flat table in order to place the 2 corner grooves into the profiles, referring to the diagram. Yeah, so these are both the long ones. Oh, I see it here. I think. This one's the outer edge this way. And then we strap this between the 2. Yeah, okay. And these work. Uh-huh. I just lay in here? That doesn't seem very, Did they give me a way that this metal piece is supposed to lay in? Yeah. I'm curious about which way this extrusion is supposed to be. I assume we want smooth on the outside? And that's the only thing that matters? They don't really give good instructions here. I don't know, whatever. I'm thinking it's this. This needs to go this way. So maybe that's a self-correcting problem. And that flat. Oh, this is. So this is the problem, okay? I think it's actually supposed to be the inside corner, right? Yes. These instructions actually kind of suck. Hold on. What am I looking at here? Okay. Oh, wait. That's supposed to slide more in, I think. Yeah, okay. I see. But maybe it's the other way because these are segmented. Okay, yeah, this one's got free sliding. Okay. Uh-huh, uh-huh. It's the inside, right? That's what it told me? Yes. And then one of these screws goes through this long part of the extrusion. Presumably. If I can line this up. Where's this hole? There it is. Did they actually give me any assembly tools? Now that I'm thinking about it? I'm not thinking they did. Hold on. Luckily, I've got my trusty, almost decade-old iFixit kit. This thing has seen better days. What size are we? This one. Is this not the right size? It's slipping. Is it one bigger? No. What? Interesting. Are these maybe in the wrong order? Yes. How do those end up? Who messed with my kit, dude? That's messed up. Okay. And that's not straight. Did you know the human finger can feel a difference of about 1 thou? Okay. And one of these sides goes in this way. Oh. This one go rip. I don't think this table's perfectly flat, but if they made this a little better, it might not matter as much. Okay. Okay. And then it wants me to stick the whole gantry on there already, even though this doesn't have any proper spacing. It's also giving me some kind of something with the limit screw. Oh, that's the limit screw. Okay, yeah. That's just a physical screw on the outside, huh? It's not a limit switch. See if I can line this up. Bam, there we go. Easy. And then I assume we just install the other side the same way. Oh, and those brackets are the feet? They're only 3 though? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Honestly, I thought this was going to take a lot longer. I don't think it's going to take that long. Luckily, I have a secondary project we're going to work on too. I mean, we can try a test with this, hopefully. All right. I think we're going for these ones need the limits, so that's the wrong way. Go for both of these at once. I need the limited on both of these sides. Like that. I mean, really, the best option for getting it square would just be not to tighten the screws all the way until all of them were in, and they could all help slowly pull each other into square. That's actually probably what you're supposed to be doing, but I'm not. I'm like skimming the instructions here, so. I think that's all right. We're going to turn this side. Okay. That's step 3. How are we doing now? It's the feet. Man, I wish these instructions were... Maybe I should put on my glasses. I wish they were a little bigger. I think these bags are labeled, so... Step 4. Why do I have a spare belt? Is that literally just a replacement? And that's a sample. These are sample pieces. Alright, alright. Oh, it did come with tools. Look at that. I was just stuck in my own little world. They even got the ball ends. How nice. Why didn't they give me so many zip ties? There's a... Oh, there's another tool. Sample wood for cutting. And a couple more ball screws. Well, you know what? We'll use the tools they provided. That's fine. Put this away. I need to replace this at some point. The bearing has gone completely out. It's completely shot in that. Alright, wait. Step 4. I've got... feet here. I think it was saying that I need to put like a washer or a spacer in one of these. Well, there's definitely a spacer. So there's M5 by 16 and M5 by 8 in here. So presumably this is the M5 by 8. Oh, I see. And that goes specially in one place. Okay. And the isolator screw goes with another one in a different spot. So we'll put those off to the side for now, just because they're both special. I suppose. Which one? Each of these gets 2? Oh, yeah. I was about to put it on backwards, though. Okay, so this. Uh-huh, yeah, okay. This is what I was afraid of. And what clarity could have prevented. 2, 2. Ah, it's just this one that's backwards. Cringe. That's better than the whole thing being backwards. Oh, these do go all the way through, huh? In my brain, they were holding the brackets in, but that's not true. The brackets hold these in for the screws. Dang, this music is all over the place. Okay. Slide this out. I should be able to just flip this. I assume, right? We got 2 and 1, okay. But see, this bugs me. Why is the flat on top? Is it supposed to be on top? I think it is. It's supposed to be on top on the other side too? And some fake semblance of... Yeah, I think it is. Dang that. Okay. Disregard what I said about not having to take the whole thing apart. It doesn't actually matter, but it's going to matter. It's going to bug me if I don't fix it. And so we will fix it. Okay, let's fix this other side real fast too, to avoid the shame that comes with being a complete, utter dingus. Okay. Wrong way. There we go. Come on. It's bad I can't just rotate these around because of they're locked in place. Okay. We just flip this. Whoop, like that. And We jankily hold this in place because I wasn't supposed to build it like this, but now it's too late. That doesn't look straight. I think that the contrast isn't good enough for you guys to see what I'm seeing here, I guess, but even visually you can kind of pick out when it's not lining up right. Okay. And now we can finally get back to the step we were supposed to be on. If I wasn't brain dead. Whee! Okay. And we'll put these feet on. Oh, I'm gonna get on the floor here. Ooh. Probably should sit down, honestly. My back is still messed up from that injury a billion years ago. And the only thing you can do is make your back stronger, but once it's weak, it's hard to have it regain its strength. Oh, come on. Brother. Work with me here, brother. Are we grabbing something there? Doesn't feel like it. How about that? Is that? Ooh, that does feel like it. Okay. If that's lined up, you're lined up. I'm probably gonna have to go back around and loosen everything and try to get it square. I didn't give a level, but I do have a level here. Of course, it's just an old bubble level. But you know what? They work. Most of the time. Okay. Well, for that... that was my hand. Fantastic. I love slamming my hand with mechanical assemblies. Yippee. Okay. Actually, let's do the opposite corner so we get a standing laser here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is my first time streaming a Friday night, I think. I don't think I've ever done it before. Which is funny because I bet that's probably one of the more popular times you could actually be streaming. Like, in the grand scheme of life. But also, if it's the more popular time, there's more people. You're less likely to get watched, right? I just didn't want to do this throughout the week. I've had a very mentally exhausting week. Working on a bunch of other projects. I actually had a pretty exhausting last month. Which is why my streams slowed down again. I know. Excuses. It's fine, though. Oh, I see. That's interesting. I was wondering why we had those, the wedges, because normally in 3D printers we use those to attach, we use them to attach things to the extrusions, but there's nothing we're attaching here because we use those corner brackets. But now I see it's part of the alignment of these feet. That's why they have these little holes in them. It's got a pretty wide work area. Which is good. Probably shouldn't over tighten these, but yeah, here we are. Okay. Now we flip you back. Ugh. Whoa. And you'd think it'd be fairly stable on 3 feet. Oh yeah, it is. Alright. And then instead of having a 4th foot, we've got the control unit here. And so this should just line up straight up here. I don't know if I snagged my... Oh, I got black all over my hand. Where did that come from? Okay, that goes like there. Touching the screen. It's my gross, oily hands. Come on. I know you fell off the edge back there. This is like the full width of my table. It's making this a lot harder. That grab? I think it did. I just want to double check. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that my chat was actually working there. Because I don't know how that works, so. But now I do. Okay. We got the small screw here, goes in this front corner. This is a crappy place for the USB cable. Assuming the other zip ties are for routing this control box. The line for it. Okay. That's all that. And then this just screws in here and becomes a second end stop, I think. Which is great. Okay. Oh, let me stand up again. Oh. You know, looking at this camera, my arms look a lot fatter than they are. I think it's the arm hair. The camera makes it like so dark. It gives my arms this aura of large. Anyways, okay. That's that. Yes. Okay. Oh, there is another belt. Is there? Hold on. Preparation. Timing belt X2. M5 T-shaped nut. M5x6 hexagon socket head screw. Which, I mean, we got the baggie. This one. What else do we have here? Step 6. That's the USB. That's the marking block. And that's the extra belt that I might need in this step. I'm a little lost on this. I think you do. Yeah, okay. I think. Are you doing this on both sides, maybe? Is there 2 belts? Yes, okay. And so the belts need to loop around the pulleys. And then out, I think? So I think what they're telling me is this scoots through here. Womp. Okay, maybe not. Hold on. Wait. This song's got too much noise, man. It's turning my brain into mush. Okay. Under. Wait. What? You're screwing with me. Okay. Under. Okay. I can't listen to this song. Let me switch songs here. Ah, my headphones. That's how I break cables. Give me the. Was it over anyways? Yes. Okay, whatever. This isn't like significantly louder, is it? Hopefully. No. Okay. We're good. What was I doing? Oh yeah. This has got to. Okay. This goes through. Goes all the way through, supposedly. Till we get past the belt. Yeah, that's not very helpful, huh? This actually shucks. Actually, I guess I could back it all the way up here, right? Because then snag it over. Then we can go back under. This way, yeah. Is that pushing the other way? Brother. Do not. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. I'm trying to work around. I'm trying not to interrupt your view with my big dumb head. Okay. So. Okay. I think. Oh, I just said that while my head comes in, blocks your view. Okay. My understanding is that we set these. Hold on. Assuming this is smaller. Brother. Wow. So useful. You know, normally those twist as you're tightening them. Maybe I should stay down here. But it's not twisting at all, dude. Oh, no. I don't have mod control on my mobile, do I? I should, actually. Wait, what does this do? Oh, no. Nope. Okay. Problem is, I'm not gonna be able to get this to twist. Which I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do. Right? That sucked. I mean, it says there's a video on the, You're not getting me to watch your video, man. Come on. Brother. I am about to... commit unspeakable war crimes. Okay, hold on. Come back. You need to be... I need you through this. Kind of. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Then we sink that down. Okay. Just twist. Yes. Yes. I'm sure that's the way you're supposed to do it. Totally. 100%. I'm just hoping... Come on. Oh. Hold on. What if I push it with this? There we go. There we go. That's beautiful. And then we can... You're not untwisting yourself, are you? You're definitely messing with the belt, which I do not like. What is this song, dude? Does that matter? No. Because it hits the end stop before that point anyways. That's probably somewhat intentional then. Even though I kind of hate that. Maybe I can fix it. Nope. I think it's just too tight twisting the belt. It's just always going to twist like that. Alright, well. I suppose we just do one side at a time, right? So we just rotate this whole thing. Except for now I don't have to do all the finagling. Is there like a ton extra? Oh man. Oh man. You're telling me I just try-harded that for nothing? I got that perfectly lined up just for the love of the game? That sucks. Can I? If there's extra, I'd rather pull it through so that it's not... Why am I listening to fake horror music right now? Okay, hold on. Just pull this till it's kind of close to even. It's probably good enough. Okay, these are probably not. Ow. Totally didn't just heavily pinch my hand there. It's sick. Is that twisting a ton still? I think it's a little better. Okay. That's down. And even though I just pinched myself doing this, I'll do it again because I don't learn. Why learn from your mistakes when you can just improve your technique? I think I got way more on this side. Oh well. Okay. Ugh, maybe I should just scoot my chair over here. I've just been kneeling on the floor like a creature of the night. I got a nice chair right here. Maybe it's gonna make me too tall though. What is this? Oh, what the? Hold on. The chair got garbage on it. Well, now my chair's a little wet, so I guess we're sitting on it. What if I can get the crap off my hand, too? Oh, man, it's so much nicer sitting down. Sorry, I just touched the mic, so that might have been loud. Okay. Flippy, flippy. Probably better to actually just start this way instead of being a complete under. We're going to do everything differently this time. I'm going to start by trying to loop on top of this. Of getting under. Sorry, I keep bumping the tripod here. Are you kidding me? Okay. That's side one. We'll get this under this side, maybe. Why is this song selection, dude? Okay, this is not working. It's out from the other side of the wheel. Brother. Brother. Every time I notice these songs are questionable, they end. I also don't have access to my mouse from here. Though it is a wireless mouse, so I suppose I could bring it over here. There we go. There we go. Unrelated to the music. I don't know what's going on with this music right now. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. So I might do another one of these types of streams soon. Because I just bought what if I switch mics? Or at least what if I just no, that's not gonna work. Nope. It's gonna suck, sorry. If I was less dumb, I wouldn't have even bothered. Honestly, next time I might just drag my normal microphone over here. It's not that far. I think my arm might be able to reach. The only problem is that it's stable on the it's stable on the it doesn't move with me, but it's not really necessary for this type of stream probably. Right? I'm mostly sitting in place and you don't have to hear all these gross sounds. Me being dumb. Hold on. I could switch right now. Could try at least. Come on. Okay. They're my normal tweezers. These ones worked better for some reason the first time. And then never again. Brother. Could you twist? Okay. Can I? This might be too dramatic, but they shouldn't have dumb lyrics every 2 seconds. Okay, we can see if we can switch mics too, I guess, since we're here. Oh no, that's going to be a problem. Okay, maybe that's not going to be possible. Because my cable... Yeah, I might be able to fix that before next time, but it's probably not worth doing it right now. Since we're, like, kind of set up. Okay, okay. Where did I put... I misplaced it, didn't I? Or maybe not. But yes, probably. Not this one, right? Yeah. Cool. misplaced that. It's gone now. Unless I'm just blind, which is totally possible. This one? Cool. Luckily, I still have the iFixit kit here. Okay. Where are there? If I do another stream like this, I might find a better music selection. Because that's supposed to, that build is long and complicated, and honestly, I'd probably just watch some YouTube videos while I'm doing it too. Because come on, Twist. Stop playing with me. Brother. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And we grab that. Maybe. Oh my God. My finger dexterity. Oh, perfect. And now these rides on the belt, which question mark keeps it straight. I kind of have my doubts about that, not gonna lie, but I suppose we just let that be. And now that I'm thinking about it, I already know the next steps. Wait, what? There's not a motor on the other side, is there? I'm not crazy. Are these individually driven? No. Okay. Okay. Then, okay, wait. Okay, no, never mind. I was going to ask what the rod's for. I'm stupid. I know what everything is now. I'm actually just being dumb. Yeah, okay. Hold on a minute. Wait a second. No, yeah. I'm just dumb. Okay, laser. Attach the laser. It says that the round head screws shouldn't mess with the laser's ability to move, but I don't think they're big enough. So I don't even know why there's a warning. I mean, the back here, it looks like they're a little closer, but even then, they're not like actually close to doing that. They're like kind of near it. Is this even square? Are you straight there? Oh wait, but this one has the end stop, so I actually just pushed that past the end stop, didn't I? I don't know. Do I trust the rigidity of that? Is the thing square? Kind of sus. Because this hits the end stop here. I wish there were secondary end stops, just so you could be sure, but... Alright. Let's see, that stops. No, they're probably pretty close. Based on the rulers that they provide here on the bar. Okay then. I suppose it's time we add a laser. The anti-static bag is probably really loud. just based on my experience from messing around with stuff earlier. Oh, wow. This, like, doesn't even fit in the bag they put it in. Laser. Cool. "12 volt, 3.2 amp, 10 to 11 watts." Which I knew that already. It's not the highest power laser, but and again, like I said, this thing was like cheap, so. It's cheap enough that I was actually surprised that it actually showed up. But I did research and I found out that it was a real company, and I was like, oh. Okay. So we got 2 screws, 2 spacers, and 2 thumb screws. So where are we putting these? Is that the back? I think it is. So I think what it's telling me is that I put the thumb screws through the front. I don't want to lose these spacers. Oh, hey, I found that screwdriver, or the wrench I'd lost. It's telling me to put it all the way down. But it actually shows the whole laser unit as being smaller than this. Okay, I'm a little confused. So yeah, these thumb screws, because this is adjustable. So I think they just have you put them here for quick access. Because, yeah, this is so that you can adjust your focus up and down. Cool. And then we can preset these now. The only thing is I don't fully understand what the point of these back screws is. Because to me, it doesn't look like they actually attach properly. Because otherwise the adjustability doesn't work. So I don't... Okay. Either way, we'll flip this again. Oh, I just knocked over my phone. My poor phone. I didn't deserve that. Luckily, it's got a beefy case on it, so it's fine. Ugh. I've learned from the folly of my youth. Okay. And then those... Now, see, that's the problem here, okay? is that this is supposed to have places to screw in these other screws. But when you put it all the way down, that's not actually possible. So maybe those are supposed to be a limiting range? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Okay, we actually need smaller than that. Is it the smallest? Yes. Oh, come on. There we go. Kind of. Sorta, maybe. Yeah, I think these just sit on the outside. I think they literally probably don't want to over tighten them. They're just end stops, I think. We'll make sure that I didn't over tighten them in a second. I love working with haphazardly placed items in precarious positions. There we go. Okay, and so if I loosen these right now, perfect. No notes. Awesome. So now the only other thing we got, if we flip this again, just for viewers here, is we got the cord in the bottom corner of the screen here. And we got connection 1, which goes to the motor. Connection 2, which goes to motor 2. Come on. Connection 2, motor 2. And then connection 3, laser. Bam. Now ain't she purty? Anyways, there's like a bunch of cable. I'm pretty sure that's what the zip ties are for. Screw it in. Connect the cable to the motor. I already did that. Fix the cable with the cable tie and sheet metal to ensure that the cable has enough length. Whoa. Fix the cable with a cable tie and sheet metal to ensure that the cable has enough length to ensure the length of the cable is sufficient for the laser head to move the limit position. My brain is not awake enough for bad English. How do I know if I've insured it? Okay, that's empty. This is so that stuff. Okay, so I'm pretty sure all they're saying is like zip tie this so it's out of the way, but not. So like, you probably zip tie this here. That's too much, see? Or maybe you put it this way so that it's always got a little bit of slack. And you can zip tie it here, zip tie this here because it's outside of the range of the laser. And then that's always got enough range, right? Because that's going to hit there. Yes, I got that whole area. Okay. So in this area, we can just zip tie it straight up. Hopefully. We're at the length of the limit of the zip tie. probably don't intend me to zip tie it here, but here we are doing it anyways. Yeah, okay. I do think zip tying it there is a good idea. But the zip tie actually is just like not long enough. And I could use 2. I just realized, why do I have a wrench? Why'd they give me a wrench? There's no halfway point for me to like thread this through instead. Because that would be best. Okay then, for now, let's get this all sorted again. Yeah, I guess off to the side's actually better. And then we can hold this here. Click, click, click. Bam, okay. I have flush cutters nearby, but those are good enough. I mean, this is kind of all right because it's automatically out of the way. Just from its nature. But I don't like that. We'll see. Maybe I have extra zip ties at the end of this. Okay, what are we looking at for full extended range here? Oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot of extra cable. The big problem is that we actually don't have a lot of spaces that actually have zip tie holes. So like, I'll probably just zip tie this to the last space. And that should be enough slack for all of this. But if I had known that, I probably wouldn't have zip tied the first one to begin with. But then that also probably isn't the greatest because that leaves no slack over here. If I could, oh, actually there is kind of a point I can zip tie to there. I'm trying to think if it's worth trying to build in some slack by just like forcefully zip tying this here. So that's always just kind of nearby. And then I put this zip tie backwards. I just want to leave a little slack there. So that's always, I don't know if that's going to work. The zip tie doesn't get tight enough. Just so that it's not pulling on that cable. Doesn't look great though. Should be fine, I guess. Trim that. Trim this. And we got 3 whole zip ties left. Perfect. Extend this fully again, and we'll line this up. They don't give you zip tie points, so. Presumably whatever I want is fine. Ow. Pinched my hand like an idiot. Okay. Okay. That should be everything. At least decently cable organized. I don't want that though. Maybe that'll be a problem. This should maybe have been more forward so I could forcefully keep that above like that. Nah, that's too close. So it needs to be able to push that out of the way. Yeah. That's probably all right. It appears that's it. Now, these weren't the greatest instructions of all time, but I definitely had worse instructions too. I do have concerns about turning this laser on with my camera, my nice expensive camera pointed at it. Feels like that might be a horrible idea, actually. Wow, this power supply is rated for between 100 and 240 volts. I wonder if these certifications are real. So, sorry, I tapped my mic. I was going to ask, where does power actually plug in? It's over here. I see you. Big metal connector. Scarily official. Ooh, that's a tight fit. Well, that really only leaves one thing, no? Make sure that it works. And it came with this cheap USB to SD card adapter. Of course, I've got a nicer one. So we can look at the we can look at the software side of this. Ugh. It'll be very minimal. Ow. Okay, my wrist did not like that. Okay, let's see. Roll this back over to my PC. Whoop. Headphone cable. And we can, oops, pull this up. Sadly, my normal extension is out of play right now because I'm using it for my camera. Hopefully this works. Okay, and then I will, for your guys' sake, pull up this window so you can also see what I see. Okay. So, actually, oops. Can cut that off. Not that it really matters. Okay. But let's see what they provide here. But you guys can't see that, huh? This is power requirements for cutting materials. This is the quick start guide again, which maybe I should have looked at because it's a lot bigger. And then we actually have an English version of the manual. How's that different? Oh. I mean, I can switch this so you guys can see the manual with me. Maybe. Or not. What the heck? Because the window's too new. If I refresh this. There we go. Oh, now you can see the manual with me. I can zoom it in. Okay. Diode laser. Don't aim at reflective surfaces. Don't look into it. Don't let children near it. Don't let it be near your pets. Don't modify or disable any safety features, and do not touch the laser. Well ventilated room. And at the same time, the door of the room has a ceiling effect. The windows have curtains. Oh, to prevent other people from looking at it. Yeah. High temperatures, which probably means I shouldn't cut anything on my... It would be really dumb to cut it on top of my wooden tabletop. Don't laser your USB cable. Yeah. Oh, materials you shouldn't cut. PVC will emit chlorine. Ooh, my favorite. Lexan, or thick polycarbonate, not only cuts poorly, but catches on fire. ABS melts, which puts stuff in the air, I assume. Oh no, they just talk about how it melts, okay. HDPE melts, catches on fire. Polyestyrene foam. Only very thin pieces can be cut for the most part. It just catches fire and melts. Fiberglass is made of two materials, glass and epoxy. Best method for cutting glass is etching, while epoxy resin can emit toxic fumes. Polypropylene melts and catches fire. Coated carbon fiber emits noxious fumes. Now, when it says coated carbon fiber, does that imply that there's a non-coated carbon fiber I could cut? I don't know if a 10-watt laser is powerful enough. Has built-in algorithms to keep the user and surroundings safe. I guess it actually has some kind of fire detect, which is kind of cool. I don't know how that works, though. Never use a non-supplied adapter. When you do that, even though you're not supposed to, it should have at least 12 volts and be able to output 5 amps. Using higher output can damage it. A spark when you plug it in does not damage it. Yeah. Okay, its cutting area is 15 3/4 inches. Ooh. It basically can run on anything. A double diode laser between the 450 and 460 nanometer range. 10 to 11 watt. Fixed focus, which is what the bar is for. I wonder how accurate that is. Where's my... Do I have my... Yeah, I do. Software. Laser gerbil. I don't know. I've heard people say it's gerbil, but I don't know why. Light burn. I can support JPG, PNG, BMP, GIF, SVG. Is that AI? AL? Must be an L, right? Or are Adobe Illustrators.ai? Because I bet that might be what it is. Connect over USB or micro SD. Yeah. I am kind of curious. Why there's nothing about like making sure it's square or like how to square it. They don't provide anything for that as far as I can tell. Place the wood under, power up. Connect the power cord, connect to the computer. Or insert touchscreen operate. Oh, it's a touchscreen. I guess that makes sense. There's no knob. It have to be touchscreen. Home page, adjust, control, engrave, ready to engrave. Setting up Gorbel. This is the second laser engraving software that's had, I assume this is One Piece, that's had One Piece stuff. I've never watched One Piece myself, so. So do you tell it the size of your material and then it lets you frame it from there? Because how else do you know, what is this, dude? How else do you know where it's going to cut? Because my other laser, I can have it show me its retension the belts. Clean the laser with non-isopropyl or with isopropyl alcohol. I mean, they really like putting all this stuff here, so maybe it is legit. Okay, and before I... Wait a minute. Oh. So I'm gonna switch back to that before I minimized it, but apparently minimizing it just makes it disappear. I didn't realize that. That's kind of cool. Okay. So that's everything in manuals. I have instructional video. Should we watch their instructional video? Hold on. Probably a better guide than me putting it together. Let me launch it. You guys aren't going to be able to see it at first. I hope you'll be able to hear it. Media player. Bam. What? Is that showing up on screen? No? What the freak, dude? Oh, wait. Does that work? No. That work? No. That work? Oh, hey, look. Shh, don't look at that. I lied. Don't look at that. I might not be able to show you without, yeah. Apparently it doesn't want to capture media player? Oh, maybe it's an anti-piracy thing. Maybe Windows has it disabled. That sucks. Alright, well. Why? Um, not that. Why did this suddenly disappear now? There it is. Get the little Explorer window back. That's the wrong window I just grabbed and dragged over my display. No. Nope. There we go. Okay. So then we got the softwares, which I assume are nice. Well, they got both, but if I had to guess, those are probably out of date. And Lightburn costs money, so I'm not buying Lightburn right now. Maybe in the future, though. Now that I got two machines that can use Lightburn, it might be worth it. Problem is I gotta buy the more expensive version of Lightburn, even though this machine would work on the cheaper one. My other machine requires a more expensive one. Laser Gerbil. I'm just curious, what? Cool, dude. I'm just curious what version it is. Doesn't say. You guys can't see my browser right now, but that's fine. Hello? Huh. I just put a file called install.exe. Oh, you know what I just realized? This isn't even... What the... Man, Windows 11. Windows 11. I hate you. What version of the software is this, dude? Details. Oh, 7.14.1. And what one did they include? 4.6.3. Should I install the new one off the web? The World Wide Web? I shouldn't have minimized that because you guys can't see. You guys can't see anything if I minimize that. I keep forgetting. My bad. For some reason, my Windows 11 lost the fight to the Windows 10 folder explorer, file explorer. Because before I had both, where it showed me both the Windows 10 and 11 interface. Well, originally it's just Windows 11 interface. So it's the tabs and there's no, this context menu isn't up here. This ribbon didn't exist. And then all of a sudden, one time I minimized and reopened a file and the Windows 10 ribbon showed up and I still had my context menu, like the Windows 11 menu at the top. And they both started fighting for control and I guess Windows 11 lost. It appears that I now have the Windows 10 and before File Explorer again, which is fine. I don't mind, other than I kind of missed having the tabs. The tabs are actually kind of nice. Anyways, I wonder if I can just install. Will it work? I want to install to my C drive. Do I want you installed to my C drive? Not particularly. What about my E drive? Yes, I do want a desktop shortcut. That's fine. Finish and launch. Lasers engravers are not toys. Always take precautions to protect your eyes. Be aware of the risk of fire. Be careful not to breathe the fumes. Prevent access to children, animals, and unauthorized personnel. Never leave the machine unattended. Refer to the engraver manual for safety. Yeah, okay. Have fun. Actually, I won't have fun. And that's kind of rude for you to do that to me. Okay. So now we get the software. And it's kind of cut off because I'm not going to fix the file explorer. I'm kind of... There's got to be drivers too, right? I mean, that installed fast at least. Not a big program. Firmware. I should be able to just launch the firmware tool, I assume. Whoops. Oops. Oh yeah, I stopped the music and I never started again. I totally forgot. Well, presumably I fixed that. Yeah. Whoa, look at that. That's crazy. Okay, well, if this is all correct now, I should be able to plug in the laser in both ways, power and USB. Though I don't think this USB cable is going to be long enough, probably. Also got to double check setup. Yeah, I don't think this cable is going to be long enough. Not unless I unplug my camera, but it kind of voids the point of having the camera there, eh? I mean, stream's kind of gone long enough today, probably, right? I don't think anyone's here right now, anyways. I can't see. But I mean, we got the laser built. I got another project. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna end stream. How long have I been going? It hasn't even been 2 hours, really. Wow, this was way faster than I thought. Okay, I mean, still, this is an unusual time for me. I might end stream, and then I mean, I can run it off of SD card too. Which might be worth it. But I think it might be worth just calling it. And I might work on this tomorrow. I'll probably do that off stream. But I've got a secondary project that we can work on Monday, maybe. I don't know if committing is a great idea for me, but you know, whatever. So what I'm thinking is I'll stop this. I might work on this. If I do cut something on the laser, I'll post it to Twitter or X, whatever. Just to be like, yo, you know, that laser we built. Here's proof that it actually worked, and I'm not just. I guess I could plug it in for you guys, just to make sure that you see that at least it turns on. I mean, I didn't mess with any electronics, so it should. Let me hide this. Unplug this because it's not going to be necessary. And you guys can see the screen from there, right? It flashed. Wow. A loud beep. Hey, look at that. Disconnected. Control? Supposedly this is touchscreen. Let's see. Control. This has got advanced, oh, I see. Is this homing? Oh. And hard homing isn't set. Oh, I can set my own 0. Okay, that's cool. That's good, actually, because that would be based on your material. See, high speed. And 10 millimeters is the maximum? Just make sure that it moves its full range here. Yippee! Does it know where to stop, or is it just going to hit the... Yeah, okay. It has no... That's great. No end stops, it just hits the edge. Which means the laser's going to do the same thing. Huh. That was actually... Yeah, okay. If I home it again. I just want to see smooth movement. But you can only control it by 10 millimeters, which sucks. Oh, okay. It actually will home all the way. Alright, well. That proves that it at least works. What is this? Oh, that's just settings. Okay. No card. Oh, set to 3%. Anyways, okay. Yeah, I think we'll call stream. We built a laser. It did in fact work. So that's cool. Plans for next time? I probably won't stream tomorrow. Because I don't usually stream on Saturdays. Then again, I don't usually... Well, actually, I used to stream on Fridays regularly. Just not this late. But I think what we'll do is... I'll skip it. I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll record some footage of the laser working and I can upload it just so you guys can see that it actually worked. I just hit my mic again. So you guys can see that it actually worked, if anyone cares. And then after that, on Monday, I've got a 3D printer that I bought a billion years ago now. I don't remember when it came out. I could probably Google it. Hold on. Because I know I bought it new. Let's see. I'll give you guys some spoilers. It was a printer called the ANET E10. Wow, there's a review from it from this year. What idiot is reviewing this printer in the year 2025? An honest review of the controversial ANET E10. Okay, hold on. I'll show you guys this because who the frick? There you go. You guys can see it just as I can. Okay. And it announced the latest printer, the E10. It caused an uproar in the 3D printing community. Many people got in an uproar. Okay, this is not English first language, I don't think. You would not repeat like that. Or they did not take school very seriously. When ANET announced their latest printer, the ANET E10, it caused an uproar in the 3D printing community. Many people got in an uproar over the fact that it seems to be modeled after the beloved Creality CR10, and they took offense to that, which is strange because they didn't have the same reaction to the Tronxy X3 when the Tronxy X3 was released. Maybe it's because ANET wanted to spruce up the E10 with plastic trim. 220 by 270 by 300. Yeah, I remember building. Actually, I might have a picture. Oh, but my phone's over there. I was going to say, I might have a picture of when I originally got it. They didn't say when it released, though, did they? That would be more useful. Don't put pictures of you and your kids on the internet, please. Cons, build quality, poor attention to detail, fan cools the hot end too well. You know, there's solutions for that. Enclosed electronics, how's that? Okay. User interface and navigation, I don't remember it being that bad. Then again, I actually modded mine so hard. What is this guy doing? What is he doing to this poor printer? Oh my gosh. He's printing upgrades. If you still want it, you can buy it here. Nowhere. I can't safely recommend this printer. With power wires inside a metal housing is very sketchy. You know what? Fine, I guess, whatever. Anyways, I shouldn't continue sharing my browser, but I'm going to anyways. Here we are. 2017, is that when it was new, though? Seems like all of these are from 2017. See, why are people reviewing it in 2024 and 25? 7 years ago. Anyways, I got it when it was new. I knew it was smaller. So is the E12 like an upgraded version? Is that? Looks like it released around the same time. Oh, actually, I remember that. Because I remember there was like a whole controversy with something with the E10. And then they released the E12 as like an upgrade. Yeah, the bigger bed. Okay, yeah. I vaguely remember this. Anyways. So I have one of these. I got it back when it was new. It printed all right. Back in the day, for sure. But it's been in kind of parts for the better part of 4 years maybe now. Ooh, maybe even longer actually. 5 years. The printer only came out 7 years ago. Oh gosh, I've had it in parts longer than I've had it working. Either way, that can't be right, can it? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I upgraded the printer forever ago with a bunch of features like self-leveling and all this other stuff, and then I moved houses and I took it apart for some reason, which was stupid and dumb, and I shouldn't have done that because when I put it back together, it didn't work, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. And then I actually, that's not true. I put it back together and it did work, but the 3D printing space had moved on a little bit, and I wanted it to be able to do a 3D map of the bed so that I wouldn't have to, because these older bed leveling systems, all these fancy ones these days, people don't know, but the older bed leveling systems had they could only do a couple of points, and so your bed still had to be relatively level to where it measured. And modern bed leveling systems don't do that. They'll take a 3D scan of pretty much the whole bed surface and kind of create a general flatness. But you should still have your bed as flat as possible. But that's just, better or whatever. They can adjust for bed shaping. And I wanted that on that printer. So I had custom firmware on that printer already that I wrote myself. It was a Marlin, variation of Marlin. But so I had that, and I modified it, and I actually set it up. I updated the Marlin to the point where I could use it for like with this 3D bed leveling. And so I tried adding it to the printer, but it didn't have enough ROM. So I ended up not being able to actually do it, which sucked. And so I bought a new control board for it, which was like the fanciest thing. It was a 32-bit control board. Oh, fancy. It's not that fancy anymore. It's pretty general now. But it was fancy at the time. And I never got that working, and so it's just been sitting in parts ever since I bought that board. And I got like a new screen for it and everything, and I gotta figure it out. Anyways, Monday we're gonna try to figure it out. I'll print some mods to make sure that everything that I get enough working stuff, hopefully. Because right now it's not even shaped properly. But yeah, hopefully we'll get it back up and running, and I'll have a second large format 3D printer. I think it's actually larger than my second one, my newer one, because that's the thing too. I didn't get this one working, and I bought a new printer, so I had no reason to get this one working after that. But yeah, so I'll work on that on Monday, and we'll reconfigure things. I might try setting it up so that I can use my original mic instead of this janky dual mic setup that I got going right now. Or if I can figure out a way to get these mics to only show as mono mics so that it's not only blasting out of a single ear. I don't know if it's possible to set that up. Oh, maybe... No, because your volume. I'll have to look at the instructions, but I might be able to set it up so only one of them works, and that will actually be better. And then... I'll get the printer working, and if I can get it working, I'll start a print on stream. Though I doubt it might not be possible, depending. Hopefully, I'll be able to figure it out. But I just don't know if I'll get it working on stream because there is the Y belt. Hold on, I can turn this off so I'm not wasting power. I modded the Y belt, and I ended up upgrading to a slightly bigger bed, mostly because I accidentally broke my old bed. So I upgraded to a bigger bed. It had almost the same footprint. It's slightly wider, but the printer can actually take advantage of it. It's just larger. The print area didn't change. But actually, it might be a little larger because I think I modified that printer a lot, actually. It's very unsimilar to the original. But either way, the Y carriage, the belt isn't long enough, and I printed it used to be long enough. I printed a replacement. I guess I could just show you because okay. Take you, move you. I know I said I was going to end stream, but here we are. Okay, and here's my shame. I originally thought I'd work on both, but it's pretty late, and I don't think I can handle it. So here's my shame. The printer that's been sitting for a million years. Ooh, I just dropped something. Oh, that's fine. Thought it was something from the printer, but it's not. Okay. I can show you what's going on here. I don't know where this metal pipe came from. It's unrelated to the printer. So that's the bottom. That's the base. Here's the bed. It's still in good shape, mostly. Yeah, see, it's longer. That's what it is. It's longer this way. The original bed used to be more square. But here's my Y carriage, okay? And the problem is I can't get this over to actually meet up. Because I had to modify this whole thing. Oh, I do have the original bearing still. Then I might be able to mod it again to my old. So I used to have this old file, an old mod for the printer that was made for adjusting this Y. Ooh, that is more wobbly than I remember. It was made for fixing the Y carriage, but it broke while I was rebuilding this printer one time, and I was devastated because I couldn't find the file again. I was like, oh no, I could never find the file for that again. How am I going to fix this? And so I found another person who made a mod, and it was this. But this is shorter. It doesn't have as much length. And so you can't actually use this to wrap the belt around the Y pulley back here. So you can't actually get this to work in this state, which is dumb. And I don't know how that was even possible. I don't. The other person might have had a different printer and they just thought it was the A12. I don't know, because this doesn't work. Or maybe it's just from my modding, because I have like a modified belt holder there too. That whatever. Anyways, I found the file for the original version of my that I used it before, the mod that I used before, and so I can print that before Monday, and we could probably get this printer fully functional on Monday. Because now that I know that the hardware is in here, because that's what I was afraid of, that I didn't have this hardware anymore, but I do still have it. So this is perfect. We will revive this printer on Monday. We will play Frankenstein and bring my beautiful monster back to life. Hopefully this one doesn't go crazy and try to kill me and try to make me make a wife and then kill my family, but I don't think it will. But yeah, so this printer's seen better days, but I'm hoping to bring it back to a functional state at least. Hopefully a good state. It's an old kind of budget printer, so I don't know if it will ever be the best. I say kind of budget. It was a budget printer in the day. In the modern day, it's a mid-range printer price, but man, I put so much energy into this printer, modding it out. Like, you saw the original version of it. This doesn't even look like the same printer anymore. So, yeah, I spent a lot of time making it. Like, I upgraded this whole. It uses a dual rail system with this customized hot end. And it printed fairly decently. I have an old print here. Here you go. Here's an old print. Because it doesn't have a filament holder, so I printed one. And you can see maybe a little bit of under extrusion. But it was pretty good. For a printer back in 2017, you were killing it, dude. This rocked. Especially for me, when my only other printer was a monoprice little baby printer. So having this giant printer back then, sheesh. I'm trying to put it back together now. This filament holder broke too. Someone dropped it now and it's busted because it kind of cheated. It only has this really thin lip. If I was really smart, I'd print a new filament holder. Actually, this used to come with one that attached to the base, but that sucked, so I got rid of it. There we go. Yeah, it printed. You might be able to see it better on this. I should have just showed this. This gold print, too. You can see the layer lines. They're kind of thick. I don't know if you can hear that in the mic, hopefully. Yeah, you can. Those layer lines are thick as heck. But like I said, it was a good printer at the time. Not a lot of Z-banding, which is great. But yeah, I could probably get this better. Slicers have gone a lot better too. So I'd like to see this printer up and running again. And like I said, that will be my goal. So Monday. So maybe tomorrow I'll print out that belt holder again. And I might be able to get the belt back together before we start. And then really we'll only have to worry about the electronics. Because that's the part that flummoxed me back in the day. But I'm hopeful now that I know that I actually have that hardware still. This will be great. I can print that. We can be ready for Monday. We'll get this thing rock and rolling again. We'll be back to triple printing. I've never actually triple printed before. It's a lie. Because I only ever had... The most printers I've ever had functional at one time is 2. So if I get it working, it'll be the first time I've ever had 3 functional printers. But man, that's all blacked out right now. Do I bother and install black filament in my current printer just so I can print out the upgrade in black again? Is it worth it? Right now I got white filament in there. Well, it's clear, but anyways. Yeah, it's my Frankenstein's monster, but you know what? It worked. And I just got to figure out the software and again. So, but yeah. we'll get this functional again Monday. Be there. Be square. And yeah, after that, I've got a surprise coming on Wednesday, which will also be a build stream. Though I might not build it on Wednesday, depending on how things work out. If it comes earlier, I might have to think about that too. Right now, it's supposed to get here on Wednesday. Well, I guess I could tell you. So, this is a secret. But I bought an expensive CNC machine. That's like a kit CNC machine. But it's a strong CNC machine. I actually wanted to get a manual mill. I actually have a manual lathe that I've been working on. I can post some pictures on Twitter because that's also become a project in of itself. My life is becoming project after project of failure. But yeah, so I can post a picture of that tomorrow. I'm gonna go work on it again tomorrow, so I can take a picture. I got a lot to do tomorrow. I just realized I gotta cut something on the laser to share with you guys. I gotta show you my lathe now because I gotta fix that. Everything I buy is a project apparently. Anyways, so if it shows up on Wednesday, I got a CNC machine coming, and instead of spending an extra $1,000 to get it assembled and shipped to me, I saved $1,000 because I didn't have that $1,000 to spend anyways, and I got it as a kit, and the kit supposedly takes 20 hours to put together. I don't know if I can endurance that, especially in the middle of a week, but I'm thinking maybe we can try. Just maybe. I don't got anything going on the Thursday after, so but I can't stay up anymore, dude. I aged out of that somehow. I'm not that old, but I aged out of it already. Anyways, though, okay. So I got a lot to do. It turns out. So I'll get pictures up of the laser we built, and then I'll get the stuff printed. I can probably slice the files tonight, but I'll probably do it tomorrow. So we can get this printer back up and working, and then on Monday, and then I might take Tuesday off depending on shipping. And then if that item shows up on Wednesday, woo. I'm not sure how that's gonna work because I've never done a stream that long, but maybe. And we'll just see, dude. I'm hopeful. I'm way more hopeful right now than I was at the start of this stream. I thought that laser was gonna take forever or no time at all, and then I was gonna have to work on the 3D printer tonight and be like, well, we can't actually get it working because I didn't prepare properly. But it turns out I got more time to prep, and then yeah, hopefully, we'll get something going here. I do got other projects I got to work on, so maybe I'll probably definitely take Tuesday off. I might switch Monday and Tuesday. Maybe I'll take Monday off and I'll do the printer on Tuesday. We'll figure it out. I'll post about it as an update. But I'll stream at least one time before the thing arrives, and then when it arrives, we'll try to do a long stream. At worst, we break it into a couple of streams if I just can't handle it. But I think we'll do it. I think I'll break through my conditioning, evolve back into the worst version of myself. Anyways, though, yeah, so that'll be it. I'll get my mic set up better, hopefully, for next time. I might just use my original mic and just bring it closer. Because these mobile mics, unless I can figure out how to get them to work solo so I don't have to wear two and you get this weird, like, almost ASMR thing going on, because I heard it in the tests and it's dumb and stupid and I hated it. I might be able to get it so it's a mono channel that plays in both ears instead of just being in the left or right. But yeah, we will see. Hopefully I can figure that out. I gotta look through my setup for this wireless mic setup, the documentation, I mean, because it's been a while since I've looked. Because I know it comes with 2 transmitters, but you'd think you'd be able to use just a single one. Maybe not. Well, no, they show you using a single one. Because that's what I thought. I thought this was for... It gives you 2 so you can like interview a second person. So why is it only working on a single channel then? I hate this. I'll have to look. I can mess with it. Oh, I see it right here. Okay. Well, I think I can switch it to a single mic. I think I might be in the wrong mode. I'm in like a dual mode specifically designed for better whatever. I don't know why it defaults to that, but I think I can fix it. So, we'll see. But yeah, again, thanks for anyone who showed up. I'll announce streams when we get closer, I guess, just so I can be sure. Either Monday or Tuesday, we'll fix this printer. I'll get some pictures of the laser working for you, my lathe, and then yeah, we'll be balling out, I guess. We might do the long stream, stream done the long way. This streamer still does streams the old-fashioned way, on a stage in front of a medieval crowd. Either way, though, sorry. Okay, we'll end it here. Yeah, see you guys whenever I get that figured out. I still haven't figured out anything about the chats. I figured out some ways that I can see them, but like I don't want to put them on screen until I know what's going on, because Twitch has said that they don't like other chats showing up on screen, at least mixed. I've seen some people dual streaming and they put the chat separate, but I think that ruins the flow of the experience. So I don't know. I don't know how important having chat on screen is anyways. Because like you'll see chat on the platform you're chatting on, obviously, and if someone comments, I'll read it and engage back. So, but yeah, I don't know. It kind of sucks because I built like chat interfaces. I still might just quit streaming to Twitch and then put my multi-chat back up. I just feel awkward not at least trying to stay on Twitch for a while. I might be able to set up a second canvas so Twitch is always by itself on Twitch, or at least it's split into 2 chats on Twitch, and then every other place gets a single chat that connects it better, because that's what Twitch wants. But I'm still not sure if splitting chats is even okay still. So yeah, but that'll be it. Looking for my Twitter. If you're on Twitch, it's in my feed, or it's in my bio. I'm not sure if it's in my bio on YouTube or Kick, but it's my username, same one. Gigerwatt, if you prefer. But yeah, either way, you can find me on Twitter. I'll post references there for the laser working. I'll get a picture of my lathe, and I'll update you on whether it's Monday or Tuesday that we'll be doing the 3D printing resurrection stream. So yeah. Again, thanks anyone stopping by.